First, welcome to a new episode of Be the Boss of Your Money. So with me is Jonaed Iqbal, founder of NoDegree.com and the No Degree podcast. So
Yeah, the
welcome,
No
my
Degree
friend. Thank
podcast.
you. So let me ask you a question. All right.
Yeah, ask me many questions. I'm ready.
Your whole thing is you're a recruiter, job recruiter,
That's one of the
and
things I do.
you do many things. But
Yeah,
for NoDegree.com, what I like about it is, to me, I think there's a lack of skills of the trades.
yeah,
And, this show is some way, one way or another, connected to money. And, if I do believe if you have a college degree that's more than a few years old, it's probably not that helpful anymore.
yeah.
But you're into this whole, like, forget the college degree. I mean, there's technicians, there's coders, there's all kinds of great careers for people who have skill sets that you don't even need to go to college for.
Yeah.
So, how did you
Lem-
find this whole idea?
let me correct you. I'm not saying throw away the college degree. I'm just saying that everybody has to figure out what's right for them, right? I'm not going to tell everyone to become a car mechanic or work in if you have a bad back or you have some issues to go work in the trades. Just like I wouldn't tell someone who's a bad student all their life to go to school. So I think where I see myself coming in is someone who just says, look, here's the other options out there.
So, how did you come out with your what you're doing now with no degree?
I was online on Reddit, like so Reddit has a section where people can ask questions, and someone asked, for those of you without a college degree who make over six figures, what do you do, and how'd you get the job? And I was like, I looked at all these jobs, and I saw that there were jobs that people don't think of. Like people don't grow up say, I want to be a claims adjuster, I want to be a surveyor, or I want to repair elevators, right? People's kids say like, I want to be a bus driver, I want to be a cop, I want to be a doctor, lawyer. But outside of that, people just don't know of a lot of careers. I remember one time a couple of years ago, I was at the DMV, and the day I went to the DMV, they had the FDNY recruiters like, hey, the exam's coming up once, and it was like the first time in a couple of years, and I was like, okay, this is good, but what if you weren't at the DMV that day? Like,
Yeah, how would you know about it?
how would you know about it? It's like that's just a terrible, And who checks like the FDNY Twitter? Who checks like these government websites on a regular basis? So I sort of wanted to be like the one place where you could check and really just learn about all these things, because I like empowering people. Because most of my content is free.
You come up with this no degree .com, but once you started it, how did you first? Would you just reached out to employers? You set up a
No,
website. This
I
took
mean,
time. I mean, this you've got some
yeah, I mean,
technical skills
so
also.
I found NoDegree.com. Wow, it's been 7 years now. So it was a bunch of guys in a basement, really not knowing. Like I had this idea, like this is what I wanted. I wanted to be content, like a lot of content. But I didn't know which direction, and I know I want to have like job. Then over time, it's like you figure out, okay, I could really start putting jobs on there and connecting to other websites. Then I could really start integrating, providing services. And then the recruiting came a lot later because I come across so many wonderful individuals who are really trying to, who have good experience, but they just don't know how to search for jobs. Because the issue is job searching in of itself is a skill, and you can be a great worker, have great skills, but not know how to effectively find jobs. I just want to provide a lot for free because it's like I know how it is as a job seeker, right? A lot of job seekers are strapped for cash. If you're unemployed, you lost your job. It's tough. So it's like that's why I want to provide the resources, and that's why I have the articles about like finance and stuff, because it ties into your job. Because the ideal job situation is someone who has a job, or even if they lose their job, they have enough money. Because the thing is, if you lose your job and you need you only have a month of savings. The average job search takes about it's like 3 months, 3 to 4 months or something. So it's
That's
like if
painful.
I
Yeah.
could shorten that to half or a month, that makes a big difference.
I want to point something else out over here. Okay, this is on CNBC today. It's never been this hard for companies to find qualified workers.
Of course.
7 in 10 companies reported talent shortages in 2019.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Companies
pretty
don't want to
strong job
train.
market, right?
Companies don't want to train.
That's
It's
what this
that's
said. That's exactly what was in this article. Companies need to train if they want the employees they have. They have to put something into it. What do you think is holding companies back?
uh It's honestly just the old school way of thinking. It's the fact that people like I don't know, companies just expect people to know. Like, if you look at any job description, they just have these ridiculous requirements. It's like, as long as you have someone who's willing to learn, who has, a base level of skills, who has some interest in the job, train them, create resources. Don't just, they always say, oh, I want someone to hit the ground running. But I think it's also important for employers to realize, like, I think a big thing, self-help books, right? You see all of them over, right? I think companies should follow self-help advice. It's like, if you want certain results, take actions to, you know, get those results. Because too many employers have this thing like, oh, I pay you, therefore I own you, and therefore you must do. Where it's like, that does not work, right? Because
That worked when I got out of college.
Yeah.
That worked. That was 89.
Yeah.
But I don't think that works today.
No.
It's all about work-life balance. It's about treating people fairly, equally,
Yeah.
getting input. And I think it's important.
Yeah. And I think the important thing is that you need to have honest conversations with your employees. You need to ask them, what do you care about?
I know you do a lot of things. You're a whiz with social media, and I see you have a lot of connections, and you're always out there and supporting other people. So what's a day in the life of Jonaed Iqbal?
So today it's all over the place. So either I'm doing resumes. So resumes take me a long time because I do it in front of the person and I spend a lot of time with them. A lot of people see me do well on LinkedIn and they're like, "Oh, how do you do well?" And it's like, look, I've taken a 100-hour course in Facebook ads. I've been reading about content marketing for years. So it's more like the platform I came across a platform at the right time.
You do a lot of speaking engagements.
I spoke to a BOCES program. For
that's
those of you who
great.
don't know, BOCES is they help kids in high school get certified so that they could get a job over summer or a job right out of high school. And some of them pay like 20 to 30 bucks an hour starting. And for a high school
starting.
kid, if you're 19, that's amazing. I stay involved in the latest job trends, and I see what each individual goes through. I see how it is. Sir, I work with so many. One guy I'm working with is a videographer who did some big movies like the Joker movie and The Sopranos. So he's looking for a job. I'm working with someone IT interns, and they just got interviews. So it's like when I see all that, I know who has it tougher. I know who it takes longer for.
Okay,
Yeah, skills change. You have to adapt no matter what. Because I'm pretty sure you've known people who are like hot shots, and then now you're like, what have you become? Like, you're not.
I know people my age who were such hot shots, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I see them today, and they have no new skills. It's like they're in on another planet.
Yeah, no.
And you have to do something. You have to learn something. Even if the skills aren't always about money right away.
Yeah.
You still have to learn skills. You have to keep your mind sharp, and you never know what's going to come in handy. So, what jobs out there are the best for people who don't have a college degree?
So now I'm going to tell you, the best job is one that the person wants and is really excited for and can do. Because the thing is, I'm not going to give a job because every time I ask someone, they're like, "What?" Because I've seen people who they major in something. They major in computer science. You ask them, "What's your favorite technology?" and they say YouTube. Right? So it's like they just purely chose something because it was the best job. The fact is, the best job is one that you can see yourself doing, one that you can see yourself growing. Obviously tech is hot, right? Tech, cybersecurity. I generally tell people that try to get something that has a certification because that shows a minimum level of competence, right? It doesn't show full competence because there are people with certifications who still, right, need to learn a lot more. But I would kind of just, I tell people, ask yourself, like, what do you see yourself doing? Talk to people. What resonates with you?
I want to thank you very much for joining us. By the way, folks, if you're joining us in the replay, welcome to you as well. Ask in the comments any questions you may have for Jonaed, and he'll be happy to get back to you. I'm going to end this live broadcast now and let everybody get back to work. Lunch is officially over. And I will speak with you, Jonaed, very soon, and see you out in Long Island somewhere. Thank you.
Okay. I'll see you.